All right. The Wire. This is episode 5 in season 1, titled The Pager. So far, these titles have pretty much been straight to the point. I mean, there's no hidden meaning behind them or anything like that. It's just like, hey, it's about a pager. So, the cops have succeeded in getting their pager trace, but there was a little bit of a hiccup. It was coded. They broke the code from an unlikely person involved in the case, the one that has been considered to be the weakest link the whole time, actually came through with some good police, well, with a fluke, basically. I'll give them that. The guy got a fluke, he broke the code, so now they're getting all this information from that. They've also been able to connect several murders to one another because they used the same weapon, and that weapon was used by the guy that we're introduced to first, who was the character named D. Also, there's a young Creed, the guy who played. Did he play Creed? Is it Creed? The guy who played in the movie Creed. That guy. He's in here. He also played in a movie called Fruitville Station. He's very young in this series, so he played here. This is a look back at his early career, I guess. So what is it? Oh, we have the introduction of probably one of the most recognizable characters from this whole series, who was Omar. That's the only reason I'm able to get that character's name right off the bat, because I've heard that name so many times. So he's a robber. So you got the hustlers, the robbers, and the police. So you go on to I say that for last, but I mean, overall, this is a pretty uneventful episode. I mean, but it's part of the foundation. I feel it lays down a great foundation to continue on in the series. I know it is. I just have a feeling I know it's gonna be that. Man, my eyes look so small. I'm really, really tired, but I still have to go to work every day. What is that? There's this bump right here. Where'd I get that from? I'm just looking at my face. That's odd. But yeah, what was that? They're still, they're doing a decent job of getting you attached to these characters too, because McNulty, which is the the main liaison as far as the police is concerned, as far as I'm concerned from the police side, we're getting a look at his horrible relationship with his ex-wife and his 2 kids. There's a whole bunch of lies going on, and just like that strikes me really hard. It hits a chord, because I come from a broken family, or a family with a divorced parents or whatever. I come from that background, so watching that kind of puts me in a certain place. It's not necessarily what my situation was like, but the fact that the mother and father don't really get along, and the kids are pretty much left in the middle of this. I've been there, so that's what gets me. Now, continuing on, talk about Omar. No, let me talk about there's just several plays being made as far as the hustles are concerned. I mean, the main guy, he's concerned with getting caught, basically. So I feel like he's being overly cautious, or he just feels like something's wrong, which there is something wrong. They've tapped your pagers now. Now they're on to you. I mean, police side, they're doing great police work at this point. A lot of the characters are starting to blossom. There's an individual on the police side. He's been a quiet, and he's been making, he's had a hobby of toy furniture, but come to find out, he's making quite a bit of money off this toy furniture while working on the force. I mean, you hear his backstory, and it's pretty simple. He tried to do his job, but that job, him doing his job ruffles some feathers up the food chain, so he then gets basically disappeared, if that makes any sense, without killing him. I mean, he's working in a non-important role in the force. Then this opportunity comes up, and he's actually a decent guy. So, it's like a time delay diffuse. I see what they're doing there. they're giving themselves a lot of fire, I guess. If that makes any sense. Well, no, they're giving themselves a lot of kindling in order to make a stronger fire. So by them releasing all these characters' backstories and letting the personalities blossom over time allows it allows for a better experience. So far, I'm only 5 episodes in. I don't know how it's going to play out later on, even in future seasons or episodes. I don't know how it's going to play, but so far I'm enjoying the ride. Like I said, this episode really was uneventful. Maybe I missed something. Oh, they got one of Omar's lover and also his counterpart in the robbery. They got him. So that's where the younger Creed comes into play. He's found that guy just out and about. So now they came pretty deep, like 2 or 3 cars, a lot of dudes. They're gonna grab him up, and I'm assuming they're gonna get some information on him if they can. Yeah, I'm at work, so I gotta go right now. But yeah, uneventful, good episode. Well, decent, uneventful.